stream. Hopefully everything is okay. Mystery MTG Spice Arena, the Midwinter War has arrived, and it is going to be an epic story, all written by me. So this story is completely in-house. You guys are wrote. It's an interesting story because you're written into it, and it's part RNG. So during combat, you're going to have to roll, and then part of it is just a story that you can follow. It's part RNG, so during combat you're gonna have to roll, and then part of it is just a story. I think the music is a little bit quiet. Is the music okay? Let me know what you guys think about the music. I think the music is a little bit quiet. Is the music okay? Let me know what you guys think about the music. Okay, I think the music's fine. Listening in. All right, so I'm gonna let everyone gets a chance to come in. So this is going to be a very interesting Midwinter War, a very interesting Spice Arena. We are implementing what I call 80% RTB. So on the off chance that everyone but one person loses their role, that person will still get at minimum 80% of the value of whatever was purchased for tickets for all these people, right? If you lose your role, at minimum you're getting 2 Modern Horizons 2 draft packs. Maximum you can get a ton of stuff. You can see what is possible to win in the bottom of the scrolling text. So you can see how you win. It's on the bottom. Roll over a 50 is a win. Roll under a 50 is a loss. Let me actually get the... Oh, I didn't even think of that. We need to have the roller up. We got to put that on. Let me go ahead and put that on. We use random... Is it... Roll dice 100. Roll the dice.online is the one that we used to use. We will use this one again. So we're going to have to put this on the screen. We did that. We had that on here last time, and I think we took it off. So we're going to have to put that back on. And we're going to try not to mess this up. We have to have that on because you guys need to be able to see the rolls as they happen. So let's see, how are we gonna do that? Okay, we're gonna have to get this roll up. I wish OBS just had a D100 roller implemented into it, which would make it so much easier, but they don't. So we'll do this. I don't want you guys to see the story, so we're gonna hide the story screen. We're just giving everyone a chance to come in before we start. Once we do start, and by the way, you guys can talk and chat. Oh wait, before, oh god, okay. Let's open chat. Everyone chat right now. Let's test out all of the chat functions and everything. Here we are. You technically can create a browser source for the role. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get the D100 that we typically use up here. And then the chat box should be at the very top. Here we are. Chat box is there, very nice. So we are getting ready here, guys. Everyone just pop in, get some popcorn, get a drink, get ready to go. Let me know about the Sergio, Will, let me know about the audio. Is the audio okay? Are you able to hear me well? We're gonna need the music to continue. Let's get this back over here. Brandon, the riddle has not been answered at all. No one has even come close, unfortunately. I think the last good old Dungeons and Dragons, the next Commander Legends is D&D themed, Q3 of 2022. Oh, is that true? Actually, is it D&D themed? Oh, you're right, James. I saw that. That was weird. Anyway, what was I going to do? Oh, the D100. I'm getting distracted. Okay. We're going to have to open a browser source for that, and then we should be good to go. Audio is good. Audio is loud and clear. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to get our D100 up and ready. I'm just picking what website we want it on. I'm closing a bunch of tabs to make sure that we do not have any weird audio pop up. And then we should be completely willing or ready to go. All right, so let me get the source up for this. Browser source. What the hell? Okay, Streamlabs, that is not what we did not want that. Okay. Give me a second as we get this last little part put in. Here we are. There we are. Here we are. Okay, looks like we're good on this end. Audio is loud and clear. Music is going on. Very, very nice. So, I don't think we have everyone in here, which is what scares me, because you can interact with the story, okay? And the way that happens is when your roll comes up, before the roll, you have a chance to talk in certain scenes. You'll have a chance to change the story. I'll impromptu change it if I need to. By the way, we have a bunch of names. So you can see here, some of the names do not fit. Terry, I'm sorry. Terry Headley Johnson, William Coffey, Joseph Gaspardi, Connor Fraser, Cody Woodard, and then we have Brandon Willard, the epic guy over here with 8 rolls. That's going to be epic. Brandon, you will love your part in the story, in my opinion. We'll see. But this is going to be pretty epic. So I just need to monitor the music. Make sure the music is all good. All right. So I think we have 10 people in here. We should have a lot more. I think there's 30 people rolling today, or 20-something people rolling today. So we should have more, but we're just going to give it like a couple minutes before we start. MTG Portal, that's Cody Woodard, epic. Welcome to the show. Remember, let me know if the audio has anything weird, if it's too loud, if the music isn't loud enough. If anything's weird, just let me know. We'll fix it on our... Oh, Michael Ware is James Ibio. Okay. Yeah, I figured a lot of people have different names on Facebook or on YouTube, so that's completely fair. Make sure to like the video if you guys can while you're here. Like the video, comment, engage with it. It'll push it up so everyone else can see. And we have the roller here. Let me actually... I just realized we have we have an email out so people are able to tune in if they can. Let me make sure that on Twitch we are live. That's the one that I promoted for it. Hopefully we are. Yep, we are. Okay. Let's hear the audio a little bit. Yep, we are. Okay, audio sounds perfectly fine. That is good. Very good. Let me... Oh, 69. Look at that. The rolling dice says 69. Okay. All right. Let me just do this. We're going to move that music from there. We'll have this here. So the website we're using is rollthedice.net. It is completely open-ended, or not open-ended. It is completely open source. So you guys can check it. You can make sure that on the third person, whatever, transparency. So what's the Twitch? It is twitch.tv/mystery_MTG. I don't know why it's so hard to find. You cannot find it even if you search up Mystery MTG. You just have to actually put it into the top. So I kind of want to use Dark Souls music, but we're going to have to do that later. That's going to have to be for the combat. Some epic music, though. Some very epic music. All right, so I think we're going to get ready to go here in a very short time. So you can see what you can win on that little scroller. I think we have some pretty amazing potential wins. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, because of the way it works now with what you can win, if it's 80% RTB and it's only like a couple of winners, you will get some really expensive stuff, like multiple boxes, UMA box toppers, etc. Because it has to be 80% RTB minimum for what's given out. So everyone, even if you lose, you'll get 2 draft packs per roll, even as a loss. And if you win and there's a bunch of losers, then you can expect that whatever you win, like we have entire sealed cases of EDH precon decks from 2013, 2011, 2019, the newest ones, the Crimson Vow ones, some really cool stuff there. And then we have a couple of singles. You can exclude that if you don't want them. We have the Double Masters box toppers. We have literally just sealed boxes we're going to be sending out to people if, like I said, if not that many people win. So 80% RTB. It's going to be pretty epic. You can win a lot. Now, if everyone does win, unfortunately, that means it's not going to be crowded into a couple of people. More down to earth stuff, but pretty epic, amazing, spicy stuff anyway. So yeah, Phyrexian Faction Mirrored and Besieged box. That is like $400 something. And it comes with 36 packs, I believe. Very, very, very cool in my opinion. So should we get started? We have a lot of guys in here. We have Joseph in here. We have Michael. Art Walker, are you in here? We have Brandon Willard is in here. Yuki, I'm feeling a lot better. Oh, I actually like the Twitch stuff. That looks really cool. Your name, because it's on Twitch, has a little emoticon next to it. That's pretty cool. I'm feeling a lot better. A lot better. Today, I feel a million times better, to be honest. A million times better. So I am pretty happy with that. I like this music, this dark Christmas. This is pretty nice, actually. Now, final audio check before we get started. I don't see Art Walker in here. I don't see Joseph Founds. Joseph, are you in here? I do not see a lot of people. Nick Artanovich, Kendra Means. If you guys are in here, let me know. Everyone, let me know when you're in here. Aaron Fetty is here. Very nice. Okay. We're going to do a final audio check, and then we will get started with a really cool story. Now, I don't want this to take 5 hours. I want this to be hopefully within an hour. I want the story to be within an hour. So we will try to get through it. We have a ton of people. We're going to try to get through it a little bit quick, because it's not, if it's too long, people are just not going to be able to listen to the story, you know. It's just going to be a little bit too much. So William Coffey is here. Awesome. Adam Swift, I don't see you. Everyone try to get in if you can. If you have a friend who bought tickets, try to tell them to come in, because I want them to be able to interact with the story, say something if you want to, and then appreciate the rolls once they happen. So we have a lot of people watching on YouTube. Very nice. Okay. Everyone try to get in if you can. If you have a friend who bought tickets, try to tell them. All right. You know what? I think we're just going to get started, and hopefully people pop in as they come in. So as you can tell, this is the Midwinter War. A little bit of a background on this war. This war is raging between the Azlonian Kingdom and Titan Colossus. And the key word there is Titan. So Colossus, which is this huge giant you will see later in the story, has stolen machinery from Urza during Urza's attempt to destroy Dominaria, and is using that machinery to attempt to destroy the Azlonian Kingdom. Freyalise has been notified of this. She is in her enclave. She, at this time, is a young fire-mage, and you guys, along with her, are fire-mages, and you will run to the aid of your ally, and it's going to be an epic fight. Many of you will die. A lot of you will die. And like I said, this is RNG. This is a D&D style story. So it is pre-written. Part of it is pre-written by me. Everything is by me. But your roles will impact how it ends, what you win, and if you lose, how you will die. There's going to be, I mean, it's going to be pretty epic. So keep that in mind when you're rolling. I think the ending is just going to be really fun. Really, really fun. Oh, that's really loud. Yeah, that's pretty loud. So, we have quite a few people in here. I think we should just get started, maybe. The one thing I'm really careful about with music, and this is because I can't listen to it while I'm reading the story, is I don't want it to interrupt from the story. Do you guys want music or do you not want music? That's the final question we have before we get started. I need a vote in chat. Do you want music? Do you not want music? John Davidson, thank you for popping in. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I love the Dark Souls music, especially at the beginning of... That is pretty nice. The last time I played D&D, my dark elf murdered everyone because he has a fascination for shiny things. I apologize in advance. Okay. This is going to be what I like to call a somber Christmas. Many will die, rewards will be won, combat will happen, honor will be tested. And you, my hardy warrior, will have to fight this battle. Now, I will say, the music will be turned off for, we will do the Christmas music for the beginning, but the beginning there is dialogue, okay, so it'll be weird to have music for that. We'll make it pretty quiet and then we'll just go with it. All right, everyone, this is the beginning of the Midwinter War, the Mystery MTG Spice Arena. I think the 13th we've ever had, which is a lucky number. Let's hope it goes well. And the first roll was a 69, so we are on track for an epic adventure. Now, Aaron Fetty, John, Matthew. Wait, MTG Portal, what was your... I'm trying to find... Oh, Cody Woodard is MTG Portal. Okay. Cody, we begin this battle before it is actually going to happen. We begin in a beautiful Victorian house. A conversation between a father and a son. Father, look, I don't want to sound needy, but you haven't told any of your winter festival tales in over 2 years, and the children of Azlon have been in protest as a collective. You are one of the oldest in the city now, and each tale is a treasure. Please gift them with one more. I suppose one final tale to rule them all is in order. Xavier, before you go, do you remember studying the Midwinter War? A slight darkness can be seen shifting onto Xavier's face. Father, the king has outlawed this topic, and it is no longer taught. What I remember, what anyone remembers, is no longer important. Please attend to the children if ye find the energy. The grandfather, even in his old age, weighs a staggering amount. His muscles and bones, once considered the strongest in the land, even bursting out of his tunic, are weakened, but still pronounced. Even now, though, a stranger would not doubt his claims of knighthood. The children outside of this large Vitonian house are shouting and yelling as they hear the monstrous footsteps shake the foundation of the abode, and then a complete silence as the wide door slings open, and there he is, General High Commander of the 7 Armies, Dragoon of Azlon. Dragoon takes a seat on the porch, a large breath, and finally smiles. "Come, children, come around. The final winter tale is here, and one you must remember. Take seat by me and listen carefully." The children rush to find their spot by his chair, clambering on top of each other with beady eyes, and they sit and patiently wait for the story to start. Now let me see. Where did this start? And now we enter Phase 1, Whispers of War and the Fire-mage. A singular raven darting through the celestial-like forest of Storgard is no irregular sight. However, there are no other animals around, and the forest sits still and silent outside of the voracious flapping sounds. The raven arrives to a small walled cabin hidden by a thick shrub. Inside, a young Freyalise gathers with Zilgath and a council of fire mages. In hushed voices they whisper, even in the solitude of a forest. The bells of war have been rung by Clan Ruby, and they're attempting to start the trek towards Azlon to enter the fray between Titan Klaus and the Azlonian King Theodan. The raven brings a scroll. Clutched in its talon, Freyalise reads it aloud for all to hear. Wait, before we continue, is the music... I just feel like the music is not matching the story. Let me know if the music is not matching the story. I just feel like the Dark Souls music is not as strong. Art Walker popped in. Hey, Art. Oh, awesome, MTG Portal. That's epic. Fantasy author. Yeah, these stories are just kind of written on the fly. So, Freyalise, if you want to recap, Art, if you want to listen to where we're at, well, you're going to have to hop off. But essentially, the father is telling a story, right? And we're going back to the actual story. A raven has delivered a message to Freyalise. She's in this cabin, and she's about to read it aloud to all of these hooded figures that are in this cabin with her. So that is where we're at right now. And she's about to read what the scroll has to say. So, I'm going to turn on the music, but I'm not going to listen to it. I don't know if it's going to match how I'm talking, or you know what I mean? So I'm going to turn it on. I'm not going to listen to it because it's going to throw me off a little bit depending on where I'm at in the story. So she's about to read the scroll. That's what we're going to do. We are not in combat yet. We are kind of in the precursor to the actual battle. So starting where we left off, the raven arrives to a small walled cabin hidden by a thick shrub. So inside, a young Freyalise gathers with Zilgath and a council of fire mages, and in hushed voices they whisper, even in the solitude of a forest. The bells of war have been rung by Clan Ruby, and they're attempting to start the trek towards Azlon to enter the fray between Titan Klaus and the Azlonian King Theodan. The raven brings a scroll, clutched in its talons. Freyalise reads it aloud for all to hear. Theodan has been wounded in battle. Reki of Rorador has perished outside the city gates in the first wave of battle. It says Klaus has stolen machinery from Urza and now attempts to destroy the Azlonian Kingdom as Urza attempted to destroy Dominaria. And anger stews from the students of fire. Cody Woodard slams his staff on the table in front of Freyalise and demands action. Now, if you guys have anything you want to say, let me know in the chat, and you will be able to say it. Does anyone have anything they want to say to Freyalise about this conflict? Any input? You have your moment to speak now before we continue with the story. Lord of the Rings. That would actually be pretty cool. I didn't even think of Lord of the Rings soundtrack. That'd be probably better than Dark Souls, maybe. But we will go with Dark Souls for now. It's a little bit subdued. I kind of like that a bit. So, right now there's a conflict within this council, and you are a part of the council, and it's just a bunch of fire mages. Okay. So this is actually a part of MTG lore. To a certain extent, it's warped, but Zilgath and Freyalise. And you are a colleague, essentially. You are also a fire mage. You have a say in what happens here. If you decide to go into battle on behalf of the Azlonian Kingdom, which is an ally of yours, against Titan Claws, but you have to accept the fact that they have machinery from Urza. So this is kind of like the end-all be-all. This is the end battle. If they win, they're essentially destroying everything. Cody, after slamming his staff onto the desk, says, "Don't make harsh and foolish decisions. They may affect the kingdom." Silence ensues. No other adventurers talk. Michael Ward, do you have anything to say? We're just going to add it in. Adam Swift interjects and demands reason. If this machinery is indeed from Urza, we stand no chance. Zilgath, tired of the commotion, murmurs a spell, and the entirety of the room flies back into the walls in force. Hear me now! There is no room to talk. No time to talk. The war has begun to rage, and we must fight for a historical ally, one we cannot give up. Freyalise, take 30 of our mages and go. Many will die, but those who live to return will be rewarded with a seat of governance for our people, and will be regarded as heroes. So, essentially, Zilgath is a commander. He is a higher up. Freyalise has now been ordered to go with you, the adventurer, and you grab what little you have, you summon in your winged drakes, and you leave for a half-day flight to the Azlonian Kingdom. The weather is cold, it's dark, you can barely see in front of you as you get onto these drakes, and you fly up, and Freyalise screams out and asks you to give suggestions on how you should handle the battle once you come to the kingdom. It's already in the middle of battle. There's already stuff happening, okay? Klaus is literally in the midst of breaching the city walls as we speak. That is the tone from the scroll that was read. The king has been injured. A notable warrior has already perished. So, if anyone has suggestions of how you would like to handle, do you just want to jump into the battle? Do you guys want to be nuanced? You guys can write in the chat if you have suggestions. I guess a lot of people are just enjoying the story right now, sitting back, drinking some coffee. That is totally fine. So, as this is happening, and Freyalise is screaming out, trying to talk to her companions, which is pretty hard. They're up on drakes. It's windy. Her voice is very loud, though. As Freyalise is talking, suddenly a blast of lightning attempts to hit Edgar Serdan. So now we move into combat. And I think some of you will be able to guess what creatures we have in store right now. Some of them Not very Christmassy, but some of them are. Edgar Sedan, you have been almost struck with lightning. You have to make the first roll. You have to dodge the lightning that is being struck at your face. So you guys are flying in the sky right now, and lightning is crackling around you, obviously being aimed at you. Edgar is the first to be attacked. You don't know what is attacking you right now. Edgar, you have the first roll. Roll above a 50, it's a win. Roll below a 50, it's a loss. If you roll a 50, we re-roll. Here we go. If you roll 100, you get some pretty epic stuff. You get a special prize. So, the first roll, and I have to write all of this down. So, Edgar is coming in with the first roll, and Edgar has one roll. So, first roll is not a win. That is a 28. So Edgar does not get the first win. Freyalise screams, "Stormkins, fly lower and try to push through." And a volley of lightning smashes around you as you hold on to dear life. Michael Ware, you are the next roller. Roll above a 50 and you win. Come on, Michael. Above a 50. Okay, that is not a 50. Please don't do this. Let's go, guys. Let's roll some. Kendra Means. We know Kendra. She's been here for many spicy arenas. Kendra, you are on your Drake. The crackling of thunder is around you. You can barely hear. You're disorientated. You're nauseated. Your Drakes, though, are born of the storm. They can weather through this. They continue to fly forward. Kendra, Nick Artanovich, Christopher Strong, and Joseph Founds are in the midst of this thunder attack, or this lightning attack by Stormkins as they fly around these Drakes. And they're obviously trying to kill them. And you can tell these Stormkins have been corrupted. So Stormkins are not necessarily evil beings. They are, however, sort of neutral. So these likely have been corrupted, and you can infer that they probably have been corrupted by Klaus himself. So Kendra, you have one roll. Kendra, above a 50, you win. Below a 50, you lose. Kendra, you've won quite a bit. Let's see if she can do it again. She does. That is the first win by Kendra Means. Very nice. Kendra, seeing the lightning pass by her ear, ducks. Her Drake dives lower, and they get out of the danger. So Kendra is totally okay. She has won this roll. Michael Ware has been struck in the chest by lightning, falls off his Drake. One of the allies, one of the adventurers, attempts to grab him. We can't see what happens because it's so stormy and it's so cloudy. Now we move on to Nick Artanovich. We know Nick, a veteran. He has been in many spicy arenas as well. Nick, you know what to do. Roll high, roll 100. Be the first 100 of this event, and I'm going to be extremely happy. Come on, Nick. Higher than a 50 you win, lower than a 50 you lose. Nick Artanovich is a 72. That is a win. So we've had 2 wins, 2 losses. So Kendra has 1 win. Nick Artanovich has 1 win. And we have that all listed here. Very nice. We do not have 100 yet, so no one has won a special gift, a special prize rather. Now we have Christopher Strong. Christopher, you're very strong, okay? It's even in your last name. You got to win this roll. Above a 50, you win. Below a 50, you lose. Remember, you can literally win sealed boxes. You can win a free 6-pack premium, a 9-pack premium. You can get a UMA topper. You can get a double masters topper. You can get so much stuff. All you got to do is roll above a 50, and you got to hope that other people lose. So it's kind of like I want other people to lose so I can get more value. And if you win, you get way more value. So, Christopher Strong, 1 roll. Above a 50, you win. Below a 50, you lose. 2 wins, 2 losses so far. 89 coming in strong. All right, Christopher Strong. Hey, the name does not lie. Christopher Strong coming in with a win. And we're going to get these wins out ASAP. tomorrow is Monday, so we should be able to head to the post office and get all this delivered. So we have the last roller for this encounter is Joseph Founds. Joseph Founds has... Oh no, it would be Aaron Fetty. Aaron Fetty would be the next roller. Aaron Fetty is the next roller. So we're going to write him down. We're probably going to have to change something up in the story. I don't know why that's switched, but Aaron Fetty, you are in the chat. I've seen you in the chat. Aaron Fetty, do you have anything to say as this lightning strike, you see one come by you, another aimed directly at your head. You have just a split second to dodge it. If you don't, this is your end as a fire mage. This is your end in your glory, your search for spice. Only one roll. Do you have something to say in that split second as you think of your family? Oh my God. What a true warrior. Aaron, in the face of death, says, I'm not scared of storms. And his roll. No! You have to admit, that's kind of badass, though. As this lightning strike comes towards Aaron, and he says, I'm not scared of storms. It smashes into him. Kendra, looking up, sees her friend's body, fire bursting from his hands. He is a fire mage. Electrified. Him and his drake fall through the sky. Never to be seen again. Or so we think. Let's see, maybe we have a different Spice Arena and Aaron will pop up out of the grave. So that is a loss for Aaron, but a pretty epic end, in my opinion. Remember, you still get 2 Modern Horizons 2 packs, so pull a Ragavan from your Modern Horizons 2 pack and you've paid for 2 tickets. Bada bing, bada boom. May not be scared, but they are dead from them, says Matthew Berger. Now, we move on from this. The crazy thing about this battle is the fire mages are belting out fireballs. The sky is lit up from a distance. It is one of the most beautiful and terrifying things ever witnessed by the villagers below. A mix of what looks like competing lightning strikes and comets smashing against each other as sorcerers and stormkins battle it out in the sky. Finally, summoning the power of a shard from beneath her shirt, Freyalise unleashes a devastating strike of fiery thorns before passing out on her drake. What is left of the rebellious Stormkin, corrupted by Klaus, dive into the clouds and disappear. So the rest of this ride to the Azlonian Kingdom in preparation for battle, you guys are essentially just bandaging, how do you say that? Bandaging yourselves, mourning the dead, you're preparing for battle, and finally, after a couple hours of riding, a smoke-filled sky opens up into a glorious and rage-filled battle below. The drakes instinctively fly higher to avoid the volley of missiles and arrows that constantly fly. So we're going to take a peek at the castle. So this is the... What is this song? Wait, we're going to switch over to the Dark Souls. We're back over here. So this is the Azlonian castle, the kingdom. It's beautiful. It's kind of creepy right now. Obviously, war is happening, but you can tell it's a strategic port. It's wealthy. It's an ancient city. It was made very well. And this is what you're fighting over. This is an extremely important economic hub. It's an extremely important military ally for the forces of good. And typically they've been an ally to most positive kingdoms that, you know, just want peace and happiness. Not happiness per se, but peace relatively. And to fight the corrupted powers like Titan Claws. So there is a battle below. You can't see it in this image, but there are armies camped out around the city, volleying projectiles into it. Now, the Azlonian warriors are also sending out sorcerers and their own projectiles out into the enemy armies. It's just a cluster of battle. So the Drakes are trying to fly higher to avoid this. Obviously, they don't want to get hit. And you look closer and you see Klaus. So you see this gigantic man, bald, his white beard down to his chest. His sword, an icy blue filled with a celestial-like shine, and rugged shards for lethality. Every step he takes in battle, even from your distance, you can hear the screams and cracks of mortals below him. The belt on his waist emits an aura of power, and you know it must be removed before he breaches the city walls. You're inferring that this is the machinery he stole from Urza, that whatever this belt is, this emerald green belt, has power from it. You can feel that even from so far away. And this is obviously a very daunting task, to kill a giant, and not only a giant, but a giant that is corrupted, a titan. And you're just adventurers on drakes, fire mages, ready to go into battle. And into battle you must go. We move into the third phase, combat. Freyalise, in front of the pack, holds her hand up, indicating a dive. We have Adam Swift, Zachary Koch, and Caleb Ross flying towards Klaus's minions, attempting to breach the wall as they smell something hideous, a stench so foul it plagues the air. And suddenly they see her, a banshee witch, face half decayed, hidden underneath a dark robe with a large bow made of decayed bones and ice. She lets out a vicious scream, and each person in that group, Adam Swift, Zachary Koch, and Caleb Ross, have to roll to try and deflect that vicious scream. It will disorientate you. So each of you have a roll here. So we have, I think each of you have more than one. So Adam Swift, Zachary Koch, and Caleb Ross. Now, we did have something with, we also need, you know what? We're going to include Jacob Feldman into that role. And we're going to include Joseph Founds into that as well. So let me include you guys into that. So we're going to have 5 total people in here coming into this combat. So Joseph Founds, you guys are entering into the fray. The first group to enter into combat, Joseph Founds, Adam Swift, and then we have Jacob Feldman. And by the way, what's happening right now is you're kind of moving into strategic groups, okay? So you're not only dealing with Klaus, you're also dealing with his minions. And they're all distorted. These are ghouls, pretty much. There's a banshee, obviously, so she can summon the ghouls. And you're going to have to not only kill Klaus, you're going to have to kill the ghouls too, and the banshee. So Jacob Feldman, Adam Swift, Joseph Founds, Zachary Koch, and then we have Caleb Ross. And you each have to do a roll to see if you are disoriented. And if you are, that might impact how you can do in battle. You might be disadvantaged. So we will start with Joseph Founds. He has 1 roll. Joseph, do not screw this up. Above a 50 is a win. Below a 50 is a loss. You are entering combat against a Banshee Queen. He rolls. It is not a win. The next roll is Adam Swift. Adam, you have 2 rolls. First roll is not a win, but you have a second roll. We'll do that second roll during combat, Adam. when you're actually in combat with this. So you are disorientated. Zachary Cock, you have 2 rolls. First one to see if you're disorientated is a win. So Zachary Cock comes out with 1 win so far. And then we have Caleb Ross coming in, I believe, as the last one in that group. You have 3 rolls. So first one to see if you're disorientated is a loss. Okay, so we are seeing a lot of losses here, at least for the first roll. So a lot of people are disorientated. This hideous, disgusting looking Banshee Witch, her scream has permeated into your brains. You can barely hold on to your Drake. You start to stumble towards the ground. You dismount. Now Adam has one last roll. He attempts to conjure a fireball to see if it lands on the Banshee, a huge fiery mass, which hopefully, we haven't seen it do anything yet, but will hopefully get rid of this Banshee Queen and inadvertently also get rid of the ghouls. Adam, 1 roll, come on. You're disorientated, but above a 50 is a win, below a 50 is a loss. Adam, you got this. Come on, Adam, you can do this. Oh my god. As Adam is summoning this ball of fire, a ghoul bites into his foot. He screams of pain. The fire dissipates from his hands. Another ghoul smashes its teeth into his left hand. Adam takes a dagger, starts slashing away. Seeing this happen, Zachary Cock knows that it is now his time to fight this Banshee Queen. Zachary Cock coming in with 1 roll. Zachary is not disorientated right now. Zachary also trying to conjure Dragon's Breath. Zachary, this Banshee Queen has already killed quite a few people. And it is your time as a hero to pray to the RNG gods and to win this roll. Zachary Cock. Above a 50 is a win, below a 50 is a loss. No! Zachary Cock attempting to conjure Dragon's Breath, but the Banshee Queen is too quick. 1 quick arrow made of ice and bone smashes through his shoulder. Zachary on the floor. Still, though, the power in him is so strong, he's able to get many fireballs off, and he's slashing away at ghouls with his magic, but it is not strong enough to kill the Banshee Queen. We now come to Caleb Ross. Caleb Ross is disorientated, but he has 2 rolls left. Caleb Ross, this is your moment. You have 2 rolls. Just win 1, and you can kill this disgusting, evil, hideous monster from the depths of hell, the Banshee Queen. Her face is half decayed. Caleb Ross summons a fireball to start what Adam did and to finish it. Above a 50 is a win. That is a win. The fireball created from both of his hands is large, a mass of flames. He sends it hurling at the Banshee Queen. We roll again to see how it will impact her. Above a 50 is a win, below a 50 is a loss. Ooh, okay, perfect. Caleb Ross coming in very strong here. Caleb summoning this huge fiery mass, sends it at the Banshee Queen as she sends an arrow, and as the 2 collide, this fireball becomes a massive explosion, blowing the Banshee back off of a cliff into the waters below. Her ghouls are decimated. Caleb Ross in 1 swing is able to get rid of hundreds of these ghouls and their queen, and the battle on that end has left 2 of his allies dead. He comes over to his brothers, Adam Swift and Zachary, as they lay there in pools of blood, and he attempts to help them. Now, as this is happening, Art Walker is leading a cohort of mages towards Klaus, Titan Klaus, and they finally arrive. So Art Walker, Tony Augustine. Who else do we have? So Art Walker. We also have Ben Powers needs to be in there. So Art Walker, Ben Powers. Then we have Joseph LeConte, Michael Ware, Sebastian Anaya. So we'll have these guys. In this cohort, you are flying over and getting on top of Titan Kloss. You're basically landing onto his body and attempting to scorch the Titan together. Now, you're coming into this together. I'm literally going to have to roll for each of you, okay? And the strength of this is determined by how many of you win the roll and how many of you lose the roll. So this is Art Walker. We have Art Walker, Tony Augustine, Ben Powers, Joseph LeConte, Michael Ware, and then I think Sebastian Anaya should actually be for a different group. Oh, yeah, Sebastian is for a different group. Okay, so we will roll for these guys. So you are on top of his body and attempting to do a group summoning spell. Okay, this is a chaotic mess. You have 3 of the adventurers, some of them already dead, lying in pools of blood, fighting ghouls and the Banshee Queen, which luckily they just killed her. And on the other end, you still have Titan Kloss working his way towards the city walls. And if you still want to see the city, this is the city. If you can see that little arch increase up, okay, we're not going to give anything away, but it's going to be a pretty epic ending if he actually breaches the walls. You do not want him to do that. So here we are. We're going to put that in here. So Art Walker is the next one up. Then we have Ben Powers. So Art has 2, Ben Powers has 1. Then we have Tony Augustine. We have Joseph LeConte. And I'm just writing down to make sure we have your wins counted when they do happen. We have Michael Ware. So you guys are in this group of mages. You are getting ready to fight. Hail your heroism, Caleb Ross. Meanwhile, I'm tripping on my shoelaces. Okay, so Ben Powers is the first to roll. Ben, you are summoning the power within you as a fire mage to contribute to the spell. Above a 50 is a win, below a 50 is a loss. Ben Powers' first roll is not a win. So that is not a win. Now, Art Walker has 2 rolls. Art, come on. You know you got it. 2 rolls. Let's get 100 on both. RNG gods, let's go. 60, that is a win. Second roll, Art summoning the power within him. He's already doing it. You can see the fire bursting from the seams of his body. He is summoning something pretty dark in there. I'm assuming it's anger. Second roll, 60 again. That is, I don't think I've ever seen that, Art. You just beat the RNG gods. That's 2 wins and 2 60s. So Art Walker wins twice. And we have that recorded. Now we go over to Tony Augustine. Now, Tony, you see Art. You can feel his power raging within him. You feel that in your hands. Are you able to contribute to this? This is going to be a huge damaging spell if we can get enough people that are actively able to do it. Now, it is a complicated spell. You're summoning a group spell, essentially a big dragon's breath. So, Tony Augustine, 1 roll. Oh my god! Okay, we're gonna have to stop the music. Oh, it's stopping by itself. Tony Augustine. Tony, are you in here? Tony Augustine hits 100. You know what that means. If you hit 100, that is a special prize. Tony Augustin, not only have you won the RNG roll today, you've done well by the RNG gods. And as servant for the RNG gods, I must give you the spice. Tony Augustin, if you're in chat, I'll tell you what you'll win right now. If you're not in chat, I'll let you see it as a surprise in the mail. Tony, are you here? I pray that you are here. You'll be very happy with what you hear. Oh, I don't think he's in here. Okay, we'll keep it as a surprise. The 100 win has been taken by Tony Augustin. Hopefully we see it again. There's a chance we see it again. That is freaking epic. Now, Tony, as this is happening, a ball of fire, or just a well of fire, starts coming out of his mouth, and he starts to levitate. The power within him is so strong, it's invigorating everyone around him. Because of this, Joseph LeConte prays to the Fire Lords and wants to do the exact same thing. Joseph, if you hit that 100 too, you're going to be extremely happy with what you see in the mail. Also what's going to happen in the story, but especially with what you see in the mail. Joseph LeConte looking for 100 here. Can he get it? No, he does not, but you still get 2 Modern Horizons 2 draft packs. Even if you lose, keep that in mind. At the very least, you can open up a Ragavan. You can get even extended art stuff in the draft packs. Really cool packs, actually. Cabal coffers. Bunch of cool cards in there. Now we move on to Michael Ware, the last one in this group, to see if he can replicate the power. He is the deciding factor here. Will he win this roll? Will he lose this roll? Michael Ware, above a 50 is a win, below a 50 is a loss. You know it. Do you have it? Oh, that's so close. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I'm so tempted to do a reroll, but we have to be fair. That does count as a loss for Michael Ware. I hate that, but that is, God, that is so close. That is so close. Okay, we're moving on. So as that is happening, they are unable to necessarily pull off an extremely strong group spell, but they have scorched the side, the shoulder of this giant being, Titan Klaus. He's angry. He's yelling as he is attempting to march through these lands. As the battle rages on, Sebastian Anaya, Freyalise, Matthew Bricker, Cody Woodard, and Connor Fraser are still on their drakes, and they hastily fly towards Klaus and begin to circle his body, just pulling off all of these fireballs and trying to, they're trying to kill him. He's not dying. This is a very strong being, okay? You have to roll your spells. So we'll see how much damage you can do. You guys are attempting to cast Combustion, you're attempting to cast Fire Block, and you're attempting to cast Dragon's Breach. So Sebastian will be first. Sebastian, you have 3 rolls here. So Sebastian is on his Drake. He's two-handed, letting off these fireballs. His Drake is scorched. The top of his Drake's head is black. This guy has fire in his eyes. He is born of fire. He is an angry soul, comes from a destitute land, had no aspirations, and was picked up by the Ruby Council. They saw the anger within him and they wanted to harness it. Sebastian Anaya coming in with 3 rolls, attempting to cast these spells. The first spell he attempts to cast is Combustion. He rolls once, That is a win. The combustion fires off directly into the ear of Titan Klaus. You can see the fire go through his head and through his nostril, and you just see a bellow of smoke coming out of his nostrils. That is definitely gonna hurt him. Now we also have a second roll. He's attempting to cast a general fireball. Under 50 is a loss, over 50 is a win. You know what it is. You've already won one, so let me put that down. Sebastian, 1 win. The second roll is a 3, so that is not a win. The fireball dissipates. The combustion spell was too strong, and now he goes over into the third spell. 1 fireball in each hand. He's aiming at the eyes to see if he can immobilize the Titan, and he does it. Let's see if he gets it. It is an 11. It does not work. He barely misses. Now we move on to Matthew Bricker. So Sebastian, not bad at all. Did a little bit of damage there. The Titan is hurting, and that you have to remember for Titan Klaus, as this is happening, his only goal, his entire goal throughout this whole battle is to just get to the city walls. That's all he wants to do. He just wants to get to the city walls. If he can get to the city walls, we don't know exactly what his machinery can do, what Urza designed that thing to do, but if he's able to get there, it's very likely that the end of the Azlonian Kingdom has already happened. So this is all just him taking in these brunts of pain as he's going through, and trying not to die before he gets to the city. This is kind of like an endgame Marvel scene where he's trying to snap his fingers and no one's letting him, and that's what's happening here. So, will you let him do it? Matthew Bricker, you have 1 roll. Matthew flies his drake towards the top part of Titan Klaus's head. Since bought a ticket in separate orders, is that why I only got 1? Oh, Matthew, did you buy more than 1 ticket? If you bought more than 1 ticket, let me know now and I'll add whatever other one you bought into this. I think we only saw 1, but let me know if you have more than 1. I'll wait for Matthew, but essentially what Matthew is doing is he's flying above Titan Klaus's head. He has a sword in his hand. Matthew, an RNG Spice Lord, is willing to risk it all. He is going to attempt to jump off his drake. He will alight his sword as he falls. Oh, you bought 2. Okay, so this will be 2 rolls. Okay, 2 rolls. He will attempt to alight his sword mid-air and smash it into the skull of Titan Klaus. Matthew Bricker, 2 rolls. The first roll to see if you successfully jump off the drake, or if you messed it up. That would be kind of funny if you did, but we're gonna hope you are able to land the jump. Okay, so Matthew attempts to jump off the drake. His foot catches. Now he's able to rectify it. He has another roll. Sword still gripped in his hand. He wants this Titan to go away. He wants to save this kingdom and save the people. And he's willing to risk it all. Matthew Bricker, is there anything that goes in your head as you see the top of this Titan's shiny skull? Are you ready to die? Are you ready to live? Are you ready to become a hero if you're able to land this? I may have been drinking, he says. Oh God. That is not... That's actually quite possible. Matthew only thinks to himself as he clutches this sword. His life as a sorcerer was not right. He wanted to be a warrior, And this, his final moment to put down the staff and to pick up the sword. He jumps down, sword in hand. Matthew Bricker, son of Elthune. His biceps raging in the wind as he clutches the sword, ready to plunge it into this titan. He's falling, he's falling, he's falling, and finally does the sword go through. Matthew, below a 50 is a loss, above a 50 is a win. You want this win. Pray to the RNG gods. Matthew, does he do it? Yes, he does! He does! Matthew, clutching the sword, smashes into Titan Claws. The sword breaches his skin like a knife through butter. He's hit a weak spot. The Titan screams in fury. He's enraged. As this is happening, Cody Woodard comes in. Finally, the Titan has stopped moving. He's immobile for just a second. Cody Woodard coming into the neck, launching off a series of 4 fireballs. Let's see if he lands 4 fireballs. Cody Woodard. That is a win. Oh, wait. Actually, Matthew Bricker had 1 win. And then we're on Cody here. So first is a win. The first fireball launches deep into its neck. Klaus, his eyes shine of icy blue. His anger can be felt throughout the land at this point. His yelling is literally trembling the ground. The second fireball does not hit, but that does not stop Cody. Cody launches it again. Cody's entire body is on fire as he does this. He is summoning a fire spirit at this point or something. No one's ever seen this before. This guy is able to launch off 4 different spells at the same time. He hits 1, it's doing damage. He goes for the 4th, and it hits the 4th one. Cody, drinking from his ale, soaring in the skies, almost forgot that he was at war. Is now teaching people what it means to be a fire mage. His final fireball is blue with a hue of purple, and it's raging. It's not easily controlled by him. He's kind of drunk. So as it gets bigger and bigger, one of the biggest almost anyone's ever seen, he finally flings it at Titan Klaus. Titan Klaus looking at him for a sudden second, and the fireball goes inside of Titan Klaus, inside of his mouth. You see a volley of smoke go through his nostrils, his ears. The Titan is not dead, but at this point he is disorientated. His innards are fried. His neck is fried. He's literally been stabbed at the top of his skull. He is in an immense amount of pain. A Titan is not immortal. They can still die. Cody has done it. He has won 2 of those rolls. 2 of his fireballs have done some serious damage. One of them a 77. Connor Freezer, seeing this, takes his shot. A spearman at heart, but also a sorcerer. Flings onto the bottom, onto the feet of this Titan. And he is so small that Connor is essentially the size of a toenail in comparison to this Titan. But he plunges his spear into what he thinks is a vein. Will he land it? Is the skin too rough to break? We will see. Connor Freezer. Connor? It does not. His feet, the skin is so strong, especially probably because he walks barefoot. It's almost encrusted. Your spear does not go through. However, Connor, taking this opportunity, continues to light the Titan on fire. Using a special ointment he had in his cloak, he rubs it around the Titan as the Titan is moving and scorching around and starts to literally set the Titan ablaze from the bottom. So just to give you a view of the Titan, knocked off some toe jam. Oh, God. Oh, God, that's so nasty. Yeah, essentially, that's what he did. He knocked off some foot fungus. He is setting him ablaze. So the Titan right now is incredibly angry. His sword, his icy sword, is coming down. And he looks as if he's ready to end it all. He doesn't know if he's going to make it anymore. The castle is still a little bit far. You guys have done a lot of damage to him. There's been a lot of wins here. If a lot of people lost, he definitely would be closer to the castle right now. Right now he's immobilized. So as the battle rages on... Wait, just to make sure, Joseph Gaspardi is next, right? That is correct. As the battle rages on, Klaus, angered by the sudden arrival of the heroes, smashes his sword into the ground, and blue light emanates from the crevices that appear to crack from the force. He is tired. Smoke is coming out of his ears and his eyes. He literally has a hero hanging onto the top of his head with a sword pressed into his skull, but he still has enough energy to smash the sword into the ground. And from that light, a whip of energy comes through and smashes from the ground and strikes Freyalise dead on. She falls from her mount. Joseph Gaspardi and Terry Headley dive in to attempt to save her. So Terry Headley Johnson, you have one roll. Joseph Gaspardi, you have one roll. You guys have two chances, essentially, to save Freyalise from death. She is literally falling from this drake onto the ground. This is a big fall. Joseph Gaspardi, will you save Freyalise, or will she die under your watch? Joseph Gaspardi. He's diving with his drake. He's attempting to get there in time to pick her up, to save her. One roll above a 50 is a win, below a 50 is a loss. Oh, no, come on. Are you kidding me? Oh, what a load of bull crap. A 48? Oh, God, that's bullshit. Yeah. That's some bullshit. I hate that. Are you kidding me? Gaspardi is within a hand's reach, but he's just literally a finger away, but he can't reach her. As this is happening, Terry Headley Johnson is attempting to get there. His drake is going just a little bit faster. Just a little bit faster. Gaspardi is still there trying to save her. She's falling from the sky. Their drakes are swiveling around each other, trying to grab her, but she's so small and their drakes are so big. It's very hard to land a hand on her. Terry Headley Johnson, can you beat this? All you have to do is get a 50 and above. That's it. Just get a 50 and above. And you save her. You save Freyalise. If you don't save her, the realm is in danger. Klaus might win. This is in your hands, Terry. What say you? Terry Headley Johnson of the Arden Vale. The fate of Freyalise is in your hands. All you have to do is roll above a 50. You have to pray to the RNG gods. I do not see a prayer in chat. Terry on his drake. His staff in one hand, his arm extended in the other, is mere inches away from Freyalise as she falls. They make eye contact. Terry did not want to admit this, but he loves Freyalise. Romantically. As they make eye contact, a single tear can be seen in Freyalise, her eyes. Just one tear. As she falls, Terry has one moment, one last chance to save her. He extends his arm. Terry above a 50 and you save her below a 50, and you literally watch the love of your life fall to her doom. Terry Headley Johnson, do you save Freyalise, the fire-mage? Oh! Oh my God! Tear in her eye. Terry Headley Johnson sees the love of his life in front of him, and he does not let this end as fate would have hoped. Terry extends his arm and grasps her arm, pulls her onto his drake, and they lock lips. Terry kisses Freyalise in the heat of battle, in the moment of near death. His love has saved her life. Now, Titan Claws does not care about this love scene at all. Titan Claws' anger can be heard belching from him. It halts this beautiful moment, this romantic moment. Terry lands a 99. Wow, that is an amazing roll. So Gaspardi and him fly over. They have Freyalise on their back. Freyalise is tired. She's fatigued. She's near death. She's been hit by this unknown energy source. You can assume it's probably from Urza's machinery. So Gaspardi, write you down here. And then we have Terry with a 99. I'll definitely spice that up. 1x win. 99. Very, very good. And he's also the only person to have a romantic moment. Very nice. William Coffey is at this point. So William Coffey is a mage of dark energy, and he summons the anger from within him and strikes at Klaus as Klaus is finally breaking free from the adventurer's hold. He's no longer immobile, and he's attempting to run towards the castle gates. This is the final attempt to keep him from breaching the walls. Freyalise was not able to do it. William Coffey, a mage of dark arts, but currently fighting for what is good. William, what say you? This is the final moment. You see this titan, this huge titan, this ender of worlds, the sword so long it covers a city from beginning to finish. You are there in the middle of it, at the end of it. And it takes one spell to win to stop this from happening. All you have to do is roll 100. All you have to do is be the destroyer of worlds yourself. A mage of dark arts. Roll 100. Win. This is it. William Coffey. 2 rolls. First roll is a 92. That is a win. William Coffey coming in strong. William Coffey elevating himself from the ground. The dark magic can be seen pulsing from him. This purple ooze of energy. His fireballs scream of chemicals almost. They're not red, they're blue and purple. He starts slashing away into the air. These fireballs plummeting into Titan Claws. Titan Claws is getting hit in the chest. This is stronger than he's ever experienced from any sort of sorcerer. He's still attempting to go for it. The first is a win. The second, William sees that Klaus is continuing his rampage, but he's weakened. William is going to try to take advantage of this. He goes again. Oh, close. William continues to batter Titan Klaus, but it's just not strong enough. Titan Klaus breaks free as he's literally burning. Titan Klaus is burning. He has gashes open on his entire body. Adventurers are still actively cutting into him as he's doing this, but Titan Kloss is so addicted to the idea, probably due to ego, of winning this war, of destroying the Azlonian Kingdom, of killing the king, not just injuring him, killing the king, that he's willing to risk it all, including his own life, to finish this battle. And he's not going to let fireballs get in the way. But that was a very valiant effort. Just as the adventurers think the war is lost, an explosion sounds. Smoke fills the air on the northern wall, and 2 armored knights drop into battle. As they walk in their heavy Phyrexian plated armor, they slash and behead scores of ghouls with ease. Brandon Willard and Jeffrey Swikowski are 2 of the king's guards, an ancient role only given to those chosen from the sacred keep. Brandon has 8 roles. Jeffrey has 2. Brandon, as he walks towards this Titan, is literally killing scores of creatures without blinking, without looking. He is the final challenge, along with his fellow knight Jeffrey Skakowski, to see the kingdom through the end. Now, we have 8 roles here, Brandon. This is the end-all be-all. Brandon meets Titan Kloss in battle, jumping onto his feet and jumping off, and he attempts to slash the heel of the Titan. You have 8 rolls to see if you can get it. Let's see how many rolls it takes. First roll is a loss. Second roll is a win. He slashes the heel of the Titan. Kloss is angered. This is the one Achilles heel. This is the one thing no one thought about. He can literally not walk now. So that is 1 win so far for Brandon Willard. Brandon now grabs onto a drake and flies up. Grabs a staff and attempts to cast combustion. He rolls. That is not a win. He rolls again. That is a win. That is 2 wins. Brandon is able to cast this fire spell, slings it into the Titan. Once again hitting the Titan's eye, a gush of blood and blue power and light emulate from it. This is, I mean, the Titan at this point does not look like he should be alive, but he is a powerful being, and like I said, he is passionate and on a mission. Brandon Willard has to do more than this. He has to get a high roll here. That's 2 wins, though. He's on his 3rd roll. He's going into his 4th roll. The 4th roll is a loss with a 44. It's kind of funny because 4th roll and 4th roll, 5th roll. And now we go over into the 5th roll. The 5th roll is a high win in 88. Brandon taking the staff starts to swirl it in the air and creates a tornado of fire, a tunnel of fire, similar to Jessica's will. He starts to throw it at the Titan. This is a huge fun. By the way, this is completely impromptu. I did not think we'd get to this point, but we are at this point. He has not breached the gates. He has this funnel of fire being launched into the Titan's face, is literally his forehead, creating a crevice and opening into his skull. Brandon Willard is attempting to fry the brain of Titan Kloss to end this winter adventure, to destroy this disgusting, hideous Santa-like beast. And he is at 3 wins right now. He is on the 3rd, 4th, 5th roll, so we are on the 6th roll. Is a loss. The 7th roll is a 92, and the 3rd or 8th roll rather is a 79, coming in super strong. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls out of the 8. Literally 5 rolls out of the 8. You're going to get something amazing in the mail, by the way. I want you to know that, Brandon Willard. You're getting something amazing in the mail. 5 wins. Brandon Willard. As this is happening, Brandon is channeling his power. Jeffrey Skokowski is talking to Freyalise, giving her an ointment, helping her. He has 2 rolls. This will end the... Well, okay, I'm not going to say that. This will completely impact the story depending on these 2 rolls. Jeffrey, a knight of the king, a very intelligent being, sword on his back, is attempting to do this strategically to get Freyalise to feel better. 2 rolls. First roll. That is not a win. That is an 8. Second roll is a 55. That is a win. He's able to do it. He puts this ointment into Freyalise's mouth. Jeffrey Skokowski coming in clutch here with 1 win. Puts the ointment into Freyalise's mouth. Freyalise is revived and energized. And together with Jeffrey Skokowski, they conjure a dark, vicious spell. They're both angry. They're both tired. They want this to end. This spell has been banned by the council. Astorius. In a moment, while Brandon and Jeffrey seem to hold Claus at bay, a flash stops all living things. And for this, the music stops. For just a moment, there is silence. And Claus finally, just a couple strides away from the castle walls, falls to his knees. And as he does that, he crushes dozens of warriors by the sheer size of his body. He is finally fallen. His heart is open. A crevice has been created by Freyalise. His head is gashed. His neck is burned. His eyes can't be seen through anymore. They've had dozens of fireballs thrown into them. There's literally smoke coming out of his ears. Every single crevice is burned. This titan is on the edge of death. In that moment, Freyalise and her fellow adventurers clambered up the giant and began setting him on fire. Claus, basically at this point immobile and dead, unable to continue further, screams into the heavens, and then there is only darkness. At the end of the battle, the Azlonian king gave awards to those brave enough to have fought by his side, and I, Brandon Willard, was given the title Dragoon. That is the end. That the city was saved. Brandon Willard, because of those epic wins, is the old man telling the tale. Brandon Willard, obviously from this, has become a high commander after the battle. But you gotta admit, 5 wins out of 8 is an amazing feat, to be honest. So there we go. We have the wins recorded. The way this is gonna work. So the way this is gonna work, it's gonna be 80% RTB. So we're gonna calculate all of this, how many people lost, how many people won, and then the wins are gonna be sent out. No matter if you did lose, you're still getting 2 Modern Horizons 2 draft packs sent to you by tomorrow. So I'm going to do this all by tonight. We have all of these orders packed up, ready to go. This is going to be sick. But we had someone roll a 99. Terry rolled a 99. We had, who rolled 100? Oh, it was Tony Augustin. Tony Augustin rolled 100. It's pretty epic. William rolled a 92. Aaron Fetty, my character, died so early. You know, the way it works is it's just randomized as to when you buy the ticket, where you get slotted in. You know what I mean? I wish we could do it better, but it's so hard to do it, you know, where the combat is impromptu and everything. So, but We had to end it. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. We don't want it to go on for 4 hours. We've had that happen before, and I know you guys don't want that to happen. So we actually missed out on a scene. On this scene, actually, let's see if we get this one off. This is my favorite scene, and we missed it. The beautiful celestial forest. You guys killed him. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm surprised. I had to calculate the amount of damage being done, the amount of one rolls that had to happen, and he died. You guys killed Titan Klaus. I kind of want to tell you the alternate ending, but I think you already know. The alternate ending is he gets through the city walls and uses Urza's machinery, which is it's actually a part of the real Magic lore. Urza's machinery was given to 9 Titans, and it was meant to destroy Dominaria. And what happens is that one of them actually betrays the other 2, and what's her name dies, and Freyalise tries to save her. It's a really cool epic story. Super loved my character had evil magic. I play Necromancer in my D&D group. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? You want a story to have evil and good people. So we got a really good amount of winners here. Like I said, if you did not win, you will be sent 2 Modern Horizons 2 draft packs. You can pull some super spicy stuff from that. If you did win, you will be sent even more epic stuff. So I will always say, you pretty much guaranteed a win if you buy multiple tickets, which it is pretty expensive though, so I wouldn't suggest just doing that. But if not that many people win and you do win, you do get a ton of stuff. So like you can get sealed boxes, you can get collector's boxes. It can be really worth it. So I do know that Brandon is going to be pretty happy. Brandon Willard with 5 wins. I'm going to have to recheck. I'm pretty sure it was 5 wins, right? That is crazy. That is crazy. So that was some pretty epic stuff. That is the end of the Spice Arena, the Midwinter War. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will review the music to make sure that the music was right, make sure the audio looked right, and then we'll do this again with a different story next time. Hopefully when I'm a little bit less sick. I'm still sick. Let me know, what did you guys think of it? What did you guys think of it? I know that it's really long. This is the problem with these kind of events. These are so long to do. They're an hour and a half. So it is not a short event at all. This is something you have to tune into and you got to listen to, and your roll might happen like literally 90 minutes in. So not the easiest thing to be a part of, but we will send out an email of all the winners, just so people know. Or we'll have that posted on the Discord. Actually, we'll post it on the Facebook. Just check that most of you guys are active on Facebook. Check the Facebook. We'll post your names if you won directly. If you did not win, you will be getting the 2 Modern Horizons 2 draft packs. Keep that in mind. And then we'll get the next story up pretty soon. You guys can buy tickets for that. And I think that's it. We're going to call it here, boys. I had a ton of fun. I'm going to go get some cough medicine. How often are the Spice Arenas? They used to be like once a week, but they're very tiring to do. That's what I will say. There's the high rollers version, which is just you roll and you see if you win. Then there's the story version. This one, you have to write an entire story. It has to be impromptu. People have to be able to take part in it. People have to be able to impact their actions. So MTG Portal, looking forward to the next story. Very happy to hear it. Totally down for the next RNG. New member and totally hooked. Yeah, no, it's great. I love the Spice Arenas. They're very fun. They're very involved. There's just nothing to not like about them pretty much. Now, you can lose, which is the negative part, but you do get a story behind it. It's kind of fun. It's like, you're playing, it's kind of like playing D&D, but it's not as much, you're not able to interact as much just because obviously you guys aren't here with voice. So, I can't just be like, hey, Caleb, what's your thing this time? Hey, Ben, what's your thing this time? Hey, Art, what's your thing this time? So it's a little bit different, but the amount of people that do win impacts the rewards given. So like I said, the way we used to do it was different, but now the way we do it is it's like pooled up. If let's just say out of 40 people, if 4 people win, each person is probably going to get like $800 worth of stuff. You know what I mean? And for a $40 ticket. So it is kind of like a lottery thing to a certain extent. Now, in this case, we did have a lot of people win, so it's not going to be like that, but you can really come out with a ton of prizes, like literally just sealed boxes and stuff that, you know, that stuff in itself will appreciate. So, you know, definitely a fun time. Definitely. It's tiring too, to a certain extent. And like I said, you have to be here the entire time waiting for your rolls. So for some people, it's a little bit much. The next time we will try to do it to where it's like a high roller stream. That one will be, you just buy rolls, you'll have your stuff rolled, and then, you know, it's a little bit less of a story, so you guys are going to have to sit through it. But I love the story. I think the story is pretty cool. The ending, a little bit quick, in my opinion. I think the ending had to be a little bit quick just because you don't want to drag it out, especially at the 1 hour and 30 mark. So thank you. Appreciate it. I am feeling a lot better right now. I am going to go take medicine, though. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to call it here, guys. Going to go take a break, take a rest. This is a little bit much for my voice, but I will see you guys next time. And by the way, anyone who won, if you're in here, video what you get. Video what you open, okay? We're one of the only companies that ask you what to film what you get, okay? If you won, film what you get. Let me know if you love it. Brandon Willard, I already know you're going to love what you get. You're going to get something pretty crazy, okay? You're probably going to get a couple really crazy things. And we'll see how you feel once you see it. So please take a video. Oh, Nate, yeah, we just finished the story and everything. Oh, Nate, you weren't in it. No, Nate has been a part of a lot of the Spicy Arenas. Yeah, we just finished it up. It was an hour and 30 minutes. It was a long story. Literally went through the forest of Storgard into the Azlonian Kingdom and fought off a Titan. And then, we had to do a bunch of crap. We literally had, I mean, this is my favorite scene, is when the Stormkin come and fight. Here. The storm can come and fight you in the middle of the skies, and you have to try to dodge the lightning, and you can literally hear the lightning crackle by you. I think that was a pretty epic part of the story. We're in the process of getting someone who really knows how to storytell very well to take this over from me. But I love doing it with you guys because it's also, I did found the company. And a lot of people don't realize how big we are, but Mystery MTG is a big online retailer. We if I'm completely honest with you, we do $500,000 in revenue just off of subscription crates and stuff like that per year. That does not include what we do in terms of selling sealed and in terms of selling singles in different channels and stuff. We do have TCG Player and we do that stuff sometimes too. But we're a big company, and at this point, it's like we still want to be able to connect and get close to customers, and this is the best way to do it. This kind of interactive thing between customers and actual employees, or rather me, the owner of the company. I know you guys by name. I know exactly, you know what I mean? It's just, it's great. It's like a family feel thing. And that's why I kind of enjoy doing it myself. But I do want someone who's a professional, who knows how to do these D&D stories, to come in and make it, you know, like a traditional D&D story. Because I was never a DM. I would do one-shots once in a while, but, you know, I've never been a traditional DM. I was out playing Commander. I also got a Kaldheim pack that I pulled a Voring. You know what's sad about that, Nate? That the Secret Lair has really devalued Vorinclex by quite a bit. I mean, seriously, by quite a bit. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go take some medicine. I love you guys. I appreciate you being here. And for anyone who is here for the entire 1 hour, 40 minutes, hats off to you. That is pretty epic. I will see you guys next time. Alan with MysteryMTG.com. Have a great rest of your winter vacation if you still have it. And enjoy your Happy New Year's.